The brain's remarkable resilience, a lifelong journey of adaptation. Even as we age, certain regions of the human brain exhibit remarkable vitality, flexibility, and structural integrity. Recent studies reveal that some layers of the cerebral cortex actually become thicker over time, providing compelling evidence of neuroplasticity that persists throughout our lives. This groundbreaking research, published in the esteemed journal Nature Neuroscience, has the potential to reshape our understanding of how sensory processing evolves with age. Understanding the brain's touch processing center. The focus of this study was the primary somatosensory cortex, a crucial area of the brain responsible for interpreting touch signals from various parts of the body. This region plays an essential role in everyday activities, from grasping a key to navigating a room. Utilizing advanced ultra-high-field 7T MRI technology, researchers meticulously mapped this area in approximately 60 adults, ranging from 21 to 80 years old, capturing intricate details down to structures as small as a grain of sand. Lead researcher, Professor Esther Kuhn, noted, previously, it was not recognized that the primary somatosensory cortex is composed of several extremely thin layers of tissue, each with distinct architecture and functions. Our findings indicate that these layers age in different ways. Key insights from the research. The study uncovered several important findings regarding the aging process of the brain. Overall, the thinning of the cortex with age is primarily driven by degeneration in the deepest layers. Interestingly, the middle input layer, layer 4, tends to be thicker and more myelinated in older adults compared to their younger counterparts. The upper layers, which are involved in refining touch sensations, remain relatively stable over time. The deeper layers exhibit signs of compensatory changes, including an increase in myelin content, which may help maintain functionality despite structural changes. The principle of use it or lose it. The middle and upper layers of the cortex are responsible for processing the majority of external sensory information and remain actively engaged. Professor Kuhn suggests that this consistent use contributes to the preservation of their structure. For instance, a 52-year-old participant who had been without an arm since birth displayed a thinner middle layer in the cortex area, associated with the absent limb, aligning with the well-known principle of use it or lose it. Further tests assessing tactile sensitivity and hand dexterity supported this notion. Skills that are regularly practiced, such as typing, tend to be retained well into older age, while those requiring the ability to filter out background distractions often decline. This decline may be linked to changes occurring in the deeper cortical layers. Animal studies reflect human findings. To delve deeper into the mechanisms behind these changes, the research team also examined the whisker-barrel cortex in mice, a sensory area analogous to the human hand region. Similar to older humans, older mice exhibited thicker and more myelinated input layers, along with heightened sensory responses. Although the deep layers were thinner, they contained a greater number of inhibitory neurons, which may help maintain clarity of signals despite structural losses. Prophet Kuhn expressed optimism, stating, "It's a hopeful idea that we can influence our aging process to some extent. However, it's essential for each individual to discover their own path to harness this potential." Collaborative research efforts. This significant research was spearheaded by the German Center for Neurodegenerative Diseases, DZNE, in partnership with the University of Magdeburg and the Hertie Institute for Clinical Brain Research at the University of Tübingen. Implications for healthy aging. The findings underscore that brain aging is not a uniform process. Rather, targeted activities may help preserve or even enhance specific neural circuits. This raises intriguing questions about whether these compensatory mechanisms can be strengthened through training, rehabilitation, or other interventions. For conditions like Alzheimer's disease and multiple sclerosis, which involve damage to specific layers, high-resolution mapping of cortical layers could pave the way for earlier diagnoses and more tailored treatment strategies. Published research. The study can be found in Nature Neuroscience under the title Layer-Specific Changes in Sensory Cortex Across the Lifespan in Mice and Humans, DOI 10.1038 /41593-025-00213. Support independent journalism. If you found this information enlightening or inspiring, we invite you to consider making a donation. Every contribution, regardless of size, empowers us to continue providing accurate, engaging, and trustworthy science and medical news. Independent journalism requires significant time, effort, and resources. Your support ensures we can keep uncovering the stories that matter most to you. Join us in making knowledge accessible and impactful. Thank you for your support.